Fishing Wisconsin 2012 here today, coming to you with my rod reel arsenal video for 2013. Been getting a lot of personal messages and stuff like that asking for this video. Now finally getting my final rod. I believe it's okay to go for the year. This is about all I need for the year. I got 7 bait casting and 1 spinning, so baitcaster fanatics, here we go. Start off, we got my top water rod. This is Shimano Voltius 6.6 medium action. It's got a fast tip on it. Just a great all-around starter rod. I don't know if they sell them or not anymore, but on here I got a Heddon Spook and like Sexy Shad or whatever they call it. Sitting on here, got a Quantum Accurus PT. This was like one of the first Accurus that they came out with. 6:4:1 gear ratio, 5 ball bearings. Got the flip and switch on there. Never use it though. The ACS casting system. On here I have 10-pound braid, and this is the nicest possible line that I found for topwater. So like thin, but it has that braid power, and you can really, you can huck these baits a mile on this ultra thin line. Really recommend it to anybody. All my lines are Suffix. This, like I said, Suffix 10-pound braid in the moss green. Great reel for starters and topwater. Next rod is a spinning rod, 6.9 Dobbins Savvy Series, 6'9" medium action or medium power with a fast action tip. Got 10-pound braid on here. Again, I like this for my spinning reels as well. Cast a mile with it. I usually do about a 1.5 foot long fluorocarbon leader. On here I got a shaky head with a tube getting ready for bed fishing, but as you can see where the fluorocarbon kind of meets the braid there. For a reel I got a Shimano Symmetry 3000 FJ. It holds 230 yards of 6-pound, 170 at 8-pound, and 140 at 10-pound. Great all-around reel. Like the bigger ones, the line just seems to come off them a lot nicer. Braid on a spinning reel, best thing you can get. Next is one of my newer ones, Bass Pro Shops Carbon Light 6.9 medium heavy. This is the conventional guide version, but I got a Bass Pro qualifier on there in the 7:1 gear ratio. Tied on here, I got a 3/8 ounce Terminator swim jig with one of my hand pork raws on the back. Great all-around rod. Got 14-pound fluoro on there. This Bass Pro's got 7 bearings. Just a great thing. It's got the B.A.S.S, which stands for dual braking system. Got centrifugals, and it's got the magnetic on the outside. Really lets you fine-tune your stuff to get it dialed in. This is my swim jig rod, like I said. It's just a great all-around rod for anything, really. If you're looking to get a bait casting rod for $100, Bass Pro Carbon Light, you can get a good combo. This is a $200 combo value, but it's valued at $159. That's what they sell it for. So this is a great just combo for the beginner or experienced fisherman alike. Next, I got another Carbon Light, conventional guide. This is a Johnny Morris Carbon Light, 7-foot medium with the fast action tip. Use this for cranking. A lot of people ask me why I use such a fast action tip rod for cranking, and I'll tell you why. Wisconsin, we do not have wood, we do not have a lot of gravel, we don't have a lot of rocks. I guess it kind of depends where you're at. If you're fishing way up north, there's a lot of rock and stuff like that. But down by me, everything is grass. So if you want something to rip a trap through the grass, you have to have something sturdy. And this rod does just the job. I got a Bomber Threadfin Shad Square A on here, dives 0 to 3 feet, 12-pound, Suffix 100% fluorocarbon. And then I got the Bass Pro Shops Pro Qualifier again, but I got this in the 4:7:1, so it's really making me slow down and crank those baits, get them into the spots that I want them. This is my crankbait rod, crankbaits only, basically. Crankbaits and traps. Probably won't even fish topwater on this thing. I'm really starting to get into cranking now, so I figured it's time to step up and get a rod especially built for this. Again, the combo retails for $150. Great starter combo, great value overall as well. This one's got the deep spool on it. You can't really see because I got it spooled up with that 12-pound fluoro. But it's got a super deep spool on it, so you can fit tons of line on here. If you're looking to get them big Bomber, fat free shad, deep divers down there, you can do it. with this powerful, beautiful combo. Next combo is my Texas rigging combo. It's a Dobbins Savvy Series 703, which is a 7'3" medium heavy. This is for Senkos, jigs, flukes, Texas rigs, and sometimes spinner baits. I usually use that swim jig rod for like swim jigs and chatterbaits and stuff like that, and spinner baits. But this was just strictly my Texas rig rod. Always got a Texas rig on here. On here is one of the nicest reels on the market. Now I'm not going to go talking this thing up a lot because it just speaks for itself. You got to get one to know how I feel about this. But this is a Daiwa T3 Ballistic and the 6:3-to-1 gear ratio. Got to try the 3D MagForce casting system. Just great all around stuff. Clicking star drag, clicking spool tension. Got the T-wing system, like I said, so when you pop it up, it reveals the T-wing, giving you easier, smoother casting farther. Right now, I got a 3/0 VMC wide gap hook, the Ike approved one, and then I got a 1/4 ounce VMC tungsten. That's all I use now is VMC. After I found them at the end of last season, I really like their hooks, their products, everything. They're cheap and they're really good. I found these are actually better than Gamakatsu's. They really stick those fish really nice and easy. Next is my frogging rod. Not the greatest rod you can get, I'm not going to lie. Cork's blown out on the end of it. But this is a 7.3 Dobbins, 7.3 Ducket Micro Magic. It's the medium heavy version. It's just a rod, I guess. 7'3" medium heavy. Got 50-pound Suffix Performance sprayed on here with a Spro Bronze Eye Frog in the sexy frog color. Got kind of a longer handle. Got the micro guides on it. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. This is my first micro guide rod, but I got rid of my 6.9 to get that 7-foot Dobbin. So if some of you were wondering where that one went, but this is I guess it's just a good frogging rod, good utility rod. I used to throw hollow belly swim baits and stuff on this, but I got a new combo just for that. Next is my jig rod. This is a beast of a rod. Let me tell you. 7.3 Dobbins Savvy Series conventional guide version. This is the 7.3 medium heavy. Got the Lew's Tournament Pro Speed Spool on here, 14-pound fluorocarbon. Got a 3/4 ounce Strike King football head jig on here. This is my jig rod. The only thing that goes on here is a football jig or an arky head jig, or sometimes even a finesse jig, and when situations call for it. But love this Tournament Pro. It's in the 6.4-to-1. Got 11 ball bearing. Or not 11 ball bearings, but it's got 11 bearings in it. It's got the dual casting system, 4-pin centrifugal, along with the like 20 position magnetic on the outside. Great reel. When I bought this, it retailed for $180. Now they're going for about $200. Just a great reel for anybody. If you want to get a first high-end bait caster, I'm telling you right now, this is the company to go to. They have great products. I'm not saying that just because, I'm not even sponsored by them. I'm not even really affiliated with them at all. I do know a couple representatives for the company, but that's about it. These reels, they kind of died off the market. Lew's died off the market. They came back with some stellar products. Coming to my final rod here, my newest rod, can't really say much about it. Went out and casted it a little bit, cast a country mile. But this is my new swim bait combo. This is the A.S.S Micro Pulse 7.6 extra heavy. 1/2 ounce to 3.5 ounce baits on this thing. Right now I got tied on here is this is a 5.5 inch Osprey Dink in the chartreuse shad color. It's got the cool little tail on it. It's a subtle tail, so it really gets me gonna give me that spring bite hopefully. Swing that away. Got the Daiwa Lexa 300 power handle. This thing is an absolute beast, and let me tell you, it casts a mile. So all of you kids that are going to hate on Daiwa for their new Lexa, I would not, because this thing will outcast your Shimano. This thing, compared side by side to a Corrado, my buddy's got one next door. I was outcasting him. I gave him my other Osprey Dink, same weight, same length rod, same everything. I was outcasting him by at least 10 yards. So This is just a great combo. The reel weighs in at 11 ounces, but I'm not going to complain about it because with this heavier rod, the balance point's right there. Got the very long handle on it. Good for swim baits. I can tuck this under my arm, get the good long cast, and just when I go to swing on a fish, with that jig hook on the swim bait, dude, I can really bring that thing through the top of the mouth and make sure that hook is not going to come out on that Wisconsin Giant. On here, 65 pound Power Pro. Again, to go with this B.A.S.S, they got the cool micro guides on them, where the first, second, third, and fourth guides are elevated. So that really narrows it down. Like the duckets, it's just your reel. If I had this reel on a ducket, it just goes from up here to down here to out. This one, there's just a slope to it. It barely even touches on the first guide, which is really cool. But this is my 2013 rod reel arsenal video, man. I got some sweet setups. Can't wait. Gonna keep talking about this Powers Lake tournament. Go to Facebook, check out the Compound YouTube channel. It's just the Compound channel, I believe it's what it's called. We're having a tournament, a YouTube tournament. You have to meet a couple requirements to get in there. I'll talk about that in a different episode. But go to the Compound's YouTube channel. Check him out, and also go check out Sharpshooters 101, Wisconsin Bass Fishing. All three very good Wisconsin-oriented channels. And hopefully going to get some more news on that tournament. We're going to have fun. We already got 3-4 boats going. So this has been Fishing Wisconsin 2012, my 2013 rod reel arsenal. I'll see you guys later.